I am being sued.
Yep, Rekieta Law is being sued. And the guy that is bringing litigation, oh, this is going to be something to watch. The first time that this was brought up was during Rekieta Law's birthday stream. Props to Alyssa Clips.
Can I announce something? No one knows this except for Lady
It's your birthday,
Rackets.
man. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
So you guys are hearing it here first, a Rekieta Law exclusive. More details to follow. I am being sued. Finally. It's taken 5 years. 5 years for some to step up and sue me, but it is happening. So
Is it Ron?
Nope.
Is it Ron and Monica?
Nope, it's even dumber than that.
It's a Monty.
It's fucking Montegraph.
Now, the guy suing Montegraph, there's a lot of lore behind it, but he says that he's been defamed. He's been reaching out, too, trying to get a hold of news networks to the point, well, let's let him talk about it.
So, 27 people of the YouTube LawTube, I guess they call it, were all notified. Above and beyond that, 19 members of the Minnesota State Bar, their individual email addresses, they were also sent some information today. Isn't that neat? It sure is neat. We also contacted 65 members of NBC News, Fox News, ABC News. I'm not playing, dude. And I just begun. I think by next Tuesday, by the time everything really starts rolling, I'll be sending out 4,500 emails.
Now, a real problem, I think, for Monty in his lawsuit is the fact that he said in addition to all of that, well, he was going to dox some judges. I don't think a judge would really appreciate this.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do next. Well, you guys know what a great doxter, give me the news. I got a bad case of finding you. I got a bad case. Next order of business is I'm going to be getting the personal detail of judges in the state of Minnesota. We're not talking about their business email. We're not talking about business frickin' cell numbers. We're talking personal email addresses and personal cell phone numbers.
He also admitted that before litigation, he went after Rekieta Law's sponsors. Here's him talking about going after his gold sponsor.
All right. For the people that have ever watched Drunkita's videos, you will notice that he advertises for a gold outfit located out of California. He sure does. Well, I called them today. Isn't that neat? Oh, it sure is neat because I recorded that call. See how this is? It's not going to end out well. The other individual on the phone, he wasn't very helpful.
Now, apparently, after all that failed, he's decided to go with litigation. And Rekieta Law talked about this, and props again to Alyssa Clips.
Montegraph is a public figure who came to me, tried to goad me into talking by saying a bunch of bullshit, and then I responded. And everything I responded was based on either reasonable belief in the truth, a joke, a clearly obvious joke, and also opinion. Aren't you representing yourself? No, I'm not an idiot. Jesus Christ. No, I today retained officially Mark Randazza in the Randazza legal group to represent me. If I'm going to be represented in a First Amendment case, I'm going to hire probably the best firm in the country to handle it. Who's representing Monty? Actually, so who's representing Monty is a firm here in my town called Schneider Madsen Law Firm. I know both of them a little bit, have not worked opposite them much at all. Had one case that was against them, but ended up firing that client before we got too far into it. But no, they're two decent chaps. I don't think that defamation litigation is their specialty. I don't think they've ever dealt with a case like this. waste of everyone's time. Yeah, that's Monty's point. To waste time and my money, mostly. Just so you know, chat. I gotta talk to Randazza about all the arrangements and stuff. I may be doing a GoFundMe on this. I may not. I don't know. We'll see, or a Give Send Go or whatever. We'll see what happens, depending on how this goes. But I'm telling you, if I have to do a Give Send Go, if you think I'm not live streaming that deposition of me, if you think I'm not going to live stream the depositions,
Now, hey,
has
Nick,
anybody? Do you guys know? Has anybody on Earth actually live streamed a deposition?
not that I'm aware of.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Can you imagine?
Now-
It's not against the rule.
No, but you mentioned Minnesota. You guys are doing this is like pre-actual initiation of litigation. The way this works.
It's
Does the
well,
depos-
okay. So technically, Minnesota does a thing called pocket service, which is
Yeah.
really weird. I think
That's
we're
fucking
unique.
odd.
So you serve someone in Minnesota, and the lawsuit is initiated officially, like legally, it is initiated. There are time limits. You have 20 days to respond, just like everywhere else. But the lawsuit is not filed because what they've determined back in the 1800s is that you might get the response and decide you don't want to file. And so you now can respond, and I could file a motion to dismiss or whatever, but I could also just fucking respond and be like, you're dumb. You're dumb. Your case is shit. Your complaint is shit,
Sure.
or whatever. And then they have up to a year to actually file the case and put it in front of court.
Yeah, but can you get to the deposition stage without going in front of the court or no?
Yes.
That's the point.
So that's
What
why I
about
was saying, so yeah,
sanctions?
you could definitely live stream that because
You
you're
can't
definitely not under-
You can't enforce discovery without the court's intervention, but you can make discovery
Bullshit.
requests,
So-
and if people don't comply, then you can enforce discovery.
As a defendant, can you do that? Like,
Yes.
if you are named defendant and they are not complying,
Oh, I
because
could-
they
I
haven't
could
brought the
file this.
lawsuit yet.
Yeah, I could file it. The defendant could file. Like I could hypothetically, I'm pretty sure my brain's a little fuzzy because I haven't had to do this in a while, but I'm pretty sure I can just file a motion to dismiss with the court on this case if I wanted to.
What is
Or I
this
can
bullshit
answer.
rule? This rule sucks.
It's so dumb. It honestly, like, I hate it because it should just look. It's cute in the like freedom sort of perspective, but in the real perspective of court cases are really fucking important and expensive. The court should be
Yes.
controlling the schedule from the
Yeah.
moment the lawsuit is served, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
that's the weird world we live in. So I have to actually do research on whether or not I need to file a motion to dismiss prior to an actual response, because you do in some jurisdictions, like federal case, you need to file your 12B6
Immediately.
before you actually respond, or with your response. And that might be the key. I might have to file an answer, or I might have to send an answer and also send like a 12B6 or the equivalent of a state 12B6 motion to respond or motion to dismiss and shit like that. Because we do not have an anti-slap in Minnesota. But the other option, because he sued my LLC is actually in Texas.
Nice. He's in
So
the
I
wrong
might
place.
I could possibly remove it to federal court if I wanted to. Also, I could probably remove it to federal court anyway because he is Monty. I think he's in Colorado. Let's see.
How much is he alleging in damages?
He alleged
cares?
he didn't
Why?
he didn't
Who
allege
is
any
this person?
amount.
Who is this person? Why do we care?
Oh.
Why are we talking about it? Like, just seriously, don't fuck with people. Like, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not.
He's in the state of
fuck?
Colorado. So I could he doesn't actually name a set of damages. Although he has no wait. In excess of $50,000 is what he
Oof.
says.
Well,
Which I would love for him to prove any damages at all. That'd be great. Monty, you don't make any money. You're a weird broke person on the internet. I would love to see your damages.
it's a lot of cantaloupes.
He's got no reputation to ruin. Like, his reputation is as a creepy weirdo.
So yeah, he's
Yeah,
a lunatic.
Montegraph on these subjects may actually be libel proof there are videos out there of him talking about, because so here's the deal, y'all. Montegraph made a couple movies, and one of his movies is so derided as like being pedophilic and violent that like there are videos about it. It couldn't be distributed. I think it got removed from like every streaming and broadcasting service there was, because everybody's like, no, this is creepy shit with kids, man. Like everything I've said about Montegraph, it's all based on a reasonable understanding of his online persona that he has put out. So
I have nothing
luck,
against
Monty.
this guy, but what the fuck?
I don't have anything against him either. I think he's fucking hilarious. And he got all ass mad over something. I'm like, Monty, what are you doing? Why are you suing me? We could just go back and forth every couple of years and make fun of each other.
He doesn't know how to grift. That's the problem. Because what he should be doing is like, Nick Rekieta, blah, 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 and then post that. Catch some people who are searching for your name.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God. It's a disaster. Anyway, long story short, Montegraph is suing me. I am hiring Randazza. I talked to him about it. He said, sounds like fun. So I'm hiring Randazza. And I'm not going to fuck around on a defamation suit. I'm going to hire the people who defend the undefendable.
Yeah.
And that's Mark.